What's up guys, Gibran here, just doing a quick video on your basic flash. I shot a video with my cousin Danny and took some sample pictures for you guys a few days ago. So now I'm just going to go over some basic function of your bounce flash. Alright, this one is actually SB700, but the function on most of the flash are going to be the same. If you know, it's probably going to have a TTL mode. If it's one of the newer flashes, it's going to have the manual mode. Alright, so let's turn this on. Let me just zoom in a little. Alright, that's good. Alright, so on TTL, which is your through the lens metering, what you do is you place the flash on your camera, and the camera pretty much decides how much power you need. When you press your button halfway through, the camera pretty much calculates all the light that's in the room through its meter and tells the flash this is how much power you need. I'm not a big fan of this because sometimes it's okay, it's accurate, sometimes it's not. So, but let's say it's on TTL and you take a picture and let's say it's a little dark, you can adjust the power. See this EV here? That's your flash compensation. So let's say it's a little dark, you can increase the power, hold on, like that. Okay, let's say it's still dark, increase the power a little bit more. And let's say it is too powerful, then you can decrease it, like this. Okay, now I am not a fan of TTL, I prefer manual mode. I find it much easier to just do manual mode because I can choose whatever lighting effect that I'm looking for. So in manual, it's very simple. So you put it on manual and you have these fractions. These are your power. Okay. So here, 1 by 1, that's your full power. Obviously, 8-foot ceiling, 10-foot ceiling, that's way too much light. So you're not going to use that. So again, depending on the lighting situation and your distance as well. Maybe 1/4 is going to be good, and sometimes even 1/8 is good. But let's say you take a picture at 1/8 power and you think it's little underexposed, so you just increase the power right here just a little bit, and you think this is still underexposed, increase the power just a little bit. So this manual thing is just going to give you so much more control. Now, let's say you take a picture at 1/4 and you think it's too powerful, reduce the power just a little bit, furthermore if you want. And then, you're down to 1/8, and you could do the same thing. You can increase the power of 1/8 a little, or decrease the power of 1/8. So manual is definitely the way to go. Now, when the flash is on your camera, when you zoom in and zoom out, you can't see it right now, obviously, because it's off of the camera. The flash will automatically zoom in and zoom out for you. Another thing that is extremely important is your angle. Okay, so right now you could see it's at 75 degree angle. So I don't think you could here. This is your 75 degree angle, and if you want to change that, you could just go like this. I don't know if you could see it. This is 60 degree angle. This is 45, and this is your straight. So depending on the distance, like the video that I shot, I used the 90 degree angle worked the best because I was using a 50 millimeter lens, and I was kind of close to Danny. Now, if I were taking picture of 2 or 3 people, 90 would have been underexposed because the light will just bounce off literally 2-3 feet away from me, and my subject would be further away. So maybe 75 would do the trick, maybe 60 would do the trick. These are the things that you have to basically try it for yourself and see which setting works for you. Alright, so let's watch the video. I'm at Danny's place, and I'm going to show you guys some sample pictures of using a speed light, basically. And I'm using a 50 millimeter lens, so just look at the distance between myself and Danny. 1/8 power I'm going to use in this, and we'll try different angles. Now keep in mind that if I change my lens, if I use 75mm lens or a 100mm lens, depending on what range you have, you would have to adjust your power, and you would have to probably adjust your angle as well. So let's take some samples and compare them. Alright, so this I'm doing at 45-degree angle. I'm going to change the angle to 60 degrees. And then I'm going to change the angle to 75 degrees. And now 90 degrees. Alright. Now let's do some portrait stuff. Alright, so this was at 60 degrees, now I'm going to do 75 degree. And he made a weird face, but it's okay. Now here's the thing, when your flash goes up, it hits the ceiling, it bounces back. So it pretty much touches your head, your face in this area. But this part, your chin part, is going to be slightly underexposed. Now, some people have issues with that. I am okay with it for the most part. Like if you don't have a reflector underneath it to bounce the light off of, then I guess you can't do anything. But if you don't have a reflector, let's say, you could use something like this. It's a big white envelope, and if I'm going to give it to Danny, he's going to hold it right underneath his chin and just look at the effect that it's going to create. So the light's going to go up, it's going to, as it's coming down, it's going to touch his face, it's going to hit this area, and then it's going to hit this envelope and bounce back. So his chin area is going to be pretty well exposed. Alright, so I'll tell you when to stop. Hold on. Alright, lift it up. Lift it up. Is it straight though? It is. Alright. Put it down a little. Bring it down a little. Little. That's good.